Okay, now good evening, sir. How are you doing? So briefly, I want to touch some areas. Understand? So now this is our lesson 2 of AutoCAD training course. So first thing, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, before diving into anything over here. So one thing I'm going to explain to you is that in AutoCAD software it's not something that is very hard. It's just what you just need to understand and understand all those components that surrounded it, and to understand how it works. So first thing I'm going to do over here is I'm going to click on my drawing. Yeah, I'm going to click on my drawing. After then, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my worksheet, because in AutoCAD over here, the worksheet will always be on default. Always be on a default settings. Understand? So we have to make it be on a very right and a very complex worksheet, which your work will not be over-zoomed or not being on a zoom part. So next thing I'm going to do is that for us to scale, to set up this worksheet over here, first thing you click on your line, you drag it, make sure you turn on your auto mode, 4050, click on enter twice, click on enter key twice. You understand? Just click on your enter key twice. Let me go again. You drag this, just click on 4050, just scale a measurement. I'm just trying to give my measurement. So now this measurement now is 4050. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my Z key, enter, A key, enter, at just the same time. So you see it has been on a medium scale like this. So now if I want to do any of my work, it's going to be on a medium scale, so it's not over zoom smaller or over zoom to a bigger size. It's just on a normal scale. You see it, zoom it on a normal scale over here. So first thing, in AutoCAD we have a measurement which you will use to scale most of your work. So on how to scale your work, let me just bring my notepad over here. I've written some. The first thing I told you that how to set up your AutoCAD worksheet. Click on line command, tab on enter. So tap on your enter key, click on Z, tap, understand? Click, okay, tab key, understand? Then click on your A key instantly. As you click on your Z, enter, click on your A instantly, enter, so that it's going to scale well. So the next thing is how to take our measurement, you understand? So how to scale up our measurement. So I'll click on UN. I'll just type UN key. Let's go to the command bar, UN. You come over here. Do you see it's units? UN units. So first thing is that this join unit is a kind of scaling your work. Is a measurement. Is for measurements for most of your drawing over here. So the decimal part is for millimeter. So you change this insert scale, you scale it back to millimeter parts. So it has inches and millimeter, they both work together, you understand? So now I will be changing this to a decimal. So if you want to change this engineering, if you change this engineering over here, that's you are using inches. If you want to use inches, you will change it to engineering and you come over here to inches. You see it's going to be scaling up inches. So now I will be using decimal. So I will click on OK. So now my decimal over here, now I'm using millimeter, so I'm not using inches, I'm using millimeter. Oh, so there's one thing I want to explain to you. You click on, come over to your command bar, click on UN, enter, then make sure you change this precision over here to a 0. You change it to a 0. Okay, click on OK. Then, so next thing I'm going to do, how to teach you how to use your line tools over here. This is your line tools. I'll be clicking on 1000, enter. Make sure you zoom it a little bit. So you might be thinking that maybe this line, does this line scale on 1000? So how can you know? So you click on the line over here, and you right click, and you come to your scale properties. Then over here you see this x. So this x-axis over here, do you see it is on 1000? So everything is very, very proper. So the next thing I'm going to do over here is that I will remove this. Now maybe I'm trying to form a shape, maybe shape like rectangular shape. So I'll click on 1000. I'll still click on 1000, enter, because anything I'm clicking over is going to be showing on my command, because see, they said line specify next point. You understand? So this is my next point over here, because I told you that this place is on end point over here. So from my end point can still be my starting point. You understand? From this my end point here can still be my starting point. So I'll click on 1000, type 1000. Okay, I've already typed on 1000. I'll click on enter. So this 1000 over here. So I'll click on 1000 again, enter. So here 1000 is already the escape. So make sure you click on your escape. So now this is my rectangular shape. So let me try to create let me try and create another objective, like let me create something like triangular shape over here. So I'll click on triangular shape. So I will drag something like 1000. Let me use 1000 measurements. Okay, because every of your work have to be on a measurement, sir. So you know, you have to, every of your work have to be on a measurement. If your work is not on a measurement, I think it's not well proper. So I'll be now. I want to create a triangular shape. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I will click on my line. Now this is telling me this is the end point over here. So I want to get the center point of this. So I told you last time that you want to make your line, you want your line to have to get a center point of your line. So you have to come to this object snap over here. You select it and you come to your midpoint, turn it on. Once you turn it on, you get center point over here. I will just keep this center point as, let me just leave it at 700. Let me type 700 over here. So then I will click on my line. I will pick from here. So make sure you turn on your auto mode just for us to get a slanting shape. You see, turn it off. On your polar tracking, turn it off. So this is our starting point, center point over here. This is our end point. So that's it. Now we have a triangular shape over here. So the next thing is, let me delete the center one. So click on it and right-click, click on delete. So the next one is, let me just create some random shape geometry. You understand? Like a geometry, like, let me just click on 1000. Okay, sorry, I click on 100. Let me click on Ctrl Z just to go back to undo. So let me click on 1000, enter. Guys, let me just use 300, enter. I'm just going to create a random shape. Let me just click on 1000. Let me click on 700. Enter. Let me click on 3. Okay, let me click on 500. Let's use 500. Enter. That is 700. Enter. 300. Enter. And 1000. Enter. And close it up here. Do you see it? Now you'll be looking most of all this geometry over here, this objective, this element, that maybe they are not on the scale, they are all on the scale. So how can you get it over here? So you click on it, you right click over here, you come to your property, you see it, you see it. If you go to the, so you have to follow the axis. So this is the axis over here. So you set minus 700. You see 700. I don't know why this one is showing minus, why this one is, why the other one is showing normal 700. But I'll try, maybe I'll try to fix up some things. So the next one is this. So this is 500. Is going to show up all these measurements for now. So okay, let's move on to our polyline. So how can you use a polyline? So let me come up here. So I wrote something that polyline is a command that groups an object, okay, just put groups an object or a geometry together as one. Okay, let me explain. Okay, what they are trying to point out over here is that, to explain, is that like a polyline over here is a group object. So let me just click on make 1000. Let me just click down 1003. Let me just create something. I'm just trying to create up something. 1009. Let me just close it up. You understand? So this is what they are trying to say over here. Do you see it? Once I click on it, they have been grouped. You understand? So let me explain something between line and polyline. There's a difference between them. So you see a polyline is a group object over here. So, and the other one, I'm trying to click on lines. Do you see? Lines is the intersect of one object. Understand? So you create it one by one, but polyline grouped everything as one. Do you see that's the difference between them? So maybe I'm trying to create polyline rectangular shape, something like this. So something like this. So let me just create it. Use my offhand just to create a shape. So let me just put it like this. You see it? You see it has been grouped. It's a grouped object. So now, do you see it? So that's it. So the next one is on how to use your circle. You click on, we have different type of circle over here. We have a radius circle, we have a center and diameter. This radius circle over here is, clicking on your radius circle over here is how to specify the size of the circle over here. So if I'm clicking on 1000 radius, click on 1000 radius, which simply means the radius is giving me from this center point from here, the center point over here. So I want to try to get the center point over here. I think it's not going to show. So the half point of this place is not going to show. So how can I make it? This place should be signaling something. So make sure you come over to this place. Come over to your snap object. You click on quadrant. Understand? So once you click on quadrant, it's going to show. Do you see? Here, this point and these points and this point. Do you see they are all showing? That's the work of quadrants, just for to get it, understand, to get the 4 square signal. Do you see it? So now the next thing is once you click on your from this place to here, like let me click on my line from this point to this point is 1000. Why from this point to this point is 1000? That in total will be 2000. Understand? In total will be 2000. So now let's check the measurement over here from this side. Click on it, right click and comes to properties. Do you see it? It's 1000. So if I'm trying to extend this line to this point, it's going to give us 2000. You can check. You see it's 2000. Now, so now I will delete. Let me delete this. For you to okay, let me delete this and click on erase. Okay, now the next part is how to create your diameter. You know that there's difference between diameter and a radius. A radius is just like it's just like a common object that is more packed, or that is more bigger than diameter. So for us to get 1000 diameter is more smaller than 1000 radius. So let's create something over here. So I'll click on my diameter over here, click on this, specify 1000. Do you see it? So they are all the same 1000, but not the same size. Understand? So for us to get 2000 diameters, for us to get this size of this radius in diameter, it has to be 2000. So let me delete this and okay, let me leave it. So let's create something like this. Let me put it beside it. That is 2000. That's 2000. Do you see it? So it's giving all the same shape. Understand? This is 2000 diameters. Understand? So I think you understood it very well. So I think I'll be going for these two. The other one are for mechanical aspects. So we all know what is line, arc. So on how to draw our arc over here. So let me click how to draw an arc. So you click on your line over here. Click on your lines here. Pick up maybe 2000 arc. So it become an arc. You see, from an arc. Okay, let me create. It's telling us that okay, let me draw a line just for us to get a very good arc over here. So let me draw a line right here. So come over to our arc. So I'll click on this point. This point is the center point and this is the end point. So from here to here I will click on this. You see it? See it, picture. Oh, let's drag it inside a little bit this time. So now it has formed our arc for us. You see it? Okay, let's try something different again. Let's use our line over here. Let me use this line and create something like this. So now I'm trying to pick most of these points. Do you see over here they said starting, center and end point? So let's create something. This is our starting point and this is our end point. Do you see it? Oh, sorry, I'm not creating my line. Let me delete this. Okay, erase. So come over here to clicking on my points. So it said it's point 1, medium points, and end point. Sorry, I think I need to restart it back again. Point 1, point 1, and point 1. You see it's telling us 1 point, 1 point, and 1 point over here. Okay, let's make something like this. Let's click on this start end point. Let me create another line over here. This point and this point. So click on this starting point, center point, and end point. Do you see? Just for us to get like a quarter of a shape. This is a quarter of a shape. Just for us to get a quarter of a shape. This is how to form it. I think you understood very well. Okay, the next one is how to use a rectangular shape. Okay, this is our rectangular shape. You can just create our rectangular shape, but it has been formed as a polyline. You understand? So how to create our diameter, polygon line, how to create most of our polygon line. So the polygon line means he is going to be asking you what shapes do you want, because polygon line has 5 shapes, 6 shapes, 7 shapes. You understand? I'll be clicking on my 7th shape, so I'll click enter, and it's going to ask specify how wide do you want it to be, and just put 5,000, and you click on circumscribe. Understand? This is it. Let me redo it back again. Click on the polygon line, click on the 7th shape, you click enter. Then let me just put 3,000. I think that one is very good. Then click on circumscribe over here. You can still reshape it back again. I think this line is, I want to make it be at this point. Make it be at this point. I just put inscribe, so you understand. So you will not specify the measurement you want. I can just specify 1,000 over here. I think it's not be too big. You see it? So now if you don't want it on the 7 faces, you understand, 7 edges, we have 7 edges over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let me just put it like 5. Enter. Don't worry, just click on enter, specify it 5. Stand. Do you see it? Do you see it? That's it on how to form the shape. So the last one, I think the center, let's leave this, let's keep this, the next one is how to hash. So how to hash your drawing. So you come over here, you click on hash over here, hash command. So in here we have different type of hash. We have Greek hash, we have iconic hash. Maybe let's use iconic hash. Okay. So now the hash is showing solid, except you zoom it. That's how you are going to see it. So you can come over here, watch this place. You can change the hash color to any color you want. Come over here to change the layer. You come to the layer, you change it to any color you want. So the pattern is on, it's be on a pattern, it's not on a solid. So you can change the angle over here to maybe, let me just put 100. You see, 100 is very good. It has been on hash, but 100 is better. Let me just put it 50. Okay, 50 is normal. 50 is normal now. So now maybe let me hash another place again. Let me hash this. Click on hash. Click on hash again. Let me click on your escape. Then click on hash over here again. Let me use Greek hash. Do you see it? You can click on anything over here. There's many type of hash over here. So the next one is, once you go to your hash over here, just select it. There's a gradient hash over here. The gradient simply means like a solid. Understand? Let me create a gradient. Okay, it's showing me that this space is not closed. Let me close it. Let me close it. Let me close it over here. Let me close it. Let me close it. So then I will add sheet now. Gradient. Select it. Select and click on gradient. Do you see it? You see the hash? Gradient hash creation. So you can change the color as you want. If you don't want this color, you can change this color. Mix up any color you want. You see it. You can mix up any color you want. You can mix up dark. You see it. That's the work of gradients. So now I will be stopping over here. I want you to go through. So I've explained how to use drawing panel over here. Make sure you watch and rewatch and watch and watch. So after this night, I'm going to give you an assignment. You go through it and do something for me. So thank you, sir. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.